Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now you're fully prepared and ready to start creating your own awesome explainer video. And in this lesson I'll show you how you can design scenes for your explainer video. We'll design 5 scenes in total that will illustrate our script. And as you remember, in our getting started lesson, we have divided our script, our animation script, into different parts. Actually, I forgot to highlight the intro part, so we have first of all the intro part and then the challenge, solution, how does it work, and CTA. So basically this sentence, meet Jack, he loves reading books, this is going to be our first part. Then we have the challenge, solution, a little bit more information how the solution works, and CTA, call to action. So we have 5 scenes in total, and for this reason we'll be creating 5 scenes or 5 slides, and each of these slides will represent the different parts of our script. So this is going to be scene number 1, this is scene number 2, scene number 3, scene number 4, and this is the last scene or slide number 5. That's awesome. And to make it more simple so that we don't have to jump between the script and the slides, I have added the script which belongs to this slide in the notes section. And here as well you can see all of the illustrations that were used. So as you can see, meet Jack, I have inserted these words as the header of the slide, and the rest of the script, he loves reading books, I'll just say during the voiceover, and use these illustrations to show that Jack loves reading books. Now in the second scene I have added these 2 words, but lately as the slide title. As well I have added Jack is having less and less time to read a book as a smaller text. And for the rest of the script, I have inserted a couple of illustrations that illustrate different points of the script, such as working long hours in the office, never-ending to-do list, and getting tired at the end of a day. And in the notes section, I have as well added all of the links to all of the illustrations that were used, and very soon I'll show you how to design scenes with these beautiful illustrations. And for slide number 3, once again, I have inserted a couple of words in the slide title, and the rest of the script is being illustrated by illustrations. And in the same way, I have designed scene number 4 and scene number 5, just adding a slide title and a couple of illustrations to illustrate the script. It's always better to use more illustrations or pictures instead of text. Additionally, we'll be adding a voiceover in a later lesson that will connect everything together. And for the last scene, scene number 5, I have allowed myself to add a little bit more text. If you'd like to start your own audiobook journey, I have inserted that directly into the slide. And for the rest of the script, I just inserted an imaginary website address, yourwebsite.com. Alright my friends, so let's design a couple of these scenes from scratch so that you can learn the process and design any scene that you wish. Alright, so for the scene, first of all, we have a slide title, Meet Jack. So let's insert a text box. Let's just go to our fresh blank new slide. Let's go to Insert. Let's click Text Box. And let's just type in Meet Jack. These are the first 2 words of our script. That's awesome. Let's make sure we highlight the text. Let's center align it. Let's change the font to Dynatopia. And let's increase the font size to 54. And let's align this text box to the middle of the slide. And to align your text box to the middle of the slide, you can go to Range, Align Options, and choose Align Center. But I have used this little button, Align to Center, and I have added this button to my Quick Access toolbar. You can add anything here that you wish for quick access. That's awesome. Alright, so next let's fill these words with some colors. So for the first word, let's choose our gray color. And for the second word, let's choose our theme, a bluish, greenish color. By the way, if you would like, you could add these colors to your theme color palette. Currently, we're just using the recent colors. And to add new colors to your color palette, you can just go to Colors, click on Customize Colors. Here you have 6 accent colors. Just open any of those colors, go to More Colors, and here you can input your custom hex code. That's awesome. But for this class project, I think we can use recent colors and that will be just perfectly fine. Alright, so the slide title is ready. Let's bring it upwards just a little bit. Just a little bit more. That's perfect. Okay, and next we need to start inserting these beautiful illustrations, and here in the notes section you'll find all of the links. So this is the first illustration we'll be using. As you can see, it's a little bit different from this one. So I'll show you how we can customize illustrations, but first let's make sure we simplify this illustration inside of Storage Set. So we can hide the background, and as well we can disable all of the layers that we don't need. All we need is that character. We can as well change the accent color to make it simple. Let's choose white, that's awesome. As you can see, we have some additional elements, but don't worry, we'll delete them, and now we can download the SVG file. Since I already have this illustration on my computer, let's just go to Insert Pictures and choose this device, and let's find this beautiful SVG. Here it is. Let's click Insert. Now we can select the illustration and hold down Ctrl-Shift key to resize this illustration from center. That's beautiful. And now to modify this illustration, we first have to convert it to shape. And now let's make sure we ungroup it so that we can access the individual parts. Alright, so now let's delete any of the elements that we don't need. So all of these icons on the left side, the phone, the glasses, and as well let's make sure that his pants are looking beautiful. Now let's select everything. Let's go to shape format and let's make sure that we set this beautiful gray color as the outline color. That's awesome. I can see we have missed this little circle. Let's delete it. And as well, let's make sure that his hair, his pants, and this little shadow are using this beautiful gray color as the fill color. That's awesome. So let me check this illustration once again. So let's actually delete this little shadow. We don't need it. Alright, and next we need to find a book that we can insert into Jack's hand. So let's use this illustration. Alright, so let's get back to starset.com. So here's the illustration we'll be using next. And once again, let's simplify this illustration. Let's make the background hidden. And once again, let's disable all of the layers that we don't need. And let's set the accent color to white. And after that, we can download the SVG. Okay, so let's jump back to PowerPoint. And once again, let's go to Insert, Pictures, and let's find this beautiful illustration. Alright, so this time all we need is just a box, so let me just increase the size of this illustration. Let's convert it to shape, let's ungroup it. Hit Ctrl-Shift-G to ungroup, and now let me zoom in a little bit. All we need is that beautiful book. Okay, so let's just use our mouse to select the book. Let's move it to the left side. I guess we'll have some additional elements, don't worry, let's delete everything that we do need. Okay, now let's make sure that we select the book. Let's just group it into one group, just like that. And as well, let's make sure that we set the shape outline color to the same beautiful gray color. That's awesome. Now we can delete the rest of this illustration on the right. The book is extracted. That's awesome. And now we have to put this book inside the palm of Jack. So before we do that, we have to ungroup Jack. Now let's make sure we select this front part of the hand. Let's bring it to front. And now the book should be behind. Let's check it. Yes, everything is looking good. That's awesome. We can rotate the book if we wish. Alright, let's zoom out. And now let's select everything and let's group it into one beautiful group. Okay, so Jack is ready and he's holding a book. That's awesome. And now all that's left for scene number 1 is to add some additional books on the left and right sides. So here we have a few more links that we can follow and go to these beautiful illustrations. So once again, let me quickly simplify this illustration and leave only the books. Okay, so let's download the SVG and let's insert it into our scene number 1. That's awesome. Let's convert this illustration to shape and let's ungroup it. Hit Ctrl-Shift-G to ungroup. And let me quickly change the background color of this slide to something bright so we can see if there are any elements that we need to delete. For example, this white blob. Let's delete it. And now we can set back the slide background color back to white. That's awesome. And now we can select the individual books, position them the way we want. And let's basically create 2 groups of books, one on the left side and one on the right. Alright, so the first scene is ready, at least the designing part. Of course, we'll have to add animations and voiceover later on. And now let's design the second scene step by step together. And after that, I'm sure you will know how the process works and you'll be able to finish the rest of the scenes. So to save some time, let me copy a couple of these text boxes and paste them into this new slide. That's awesome. And now once again, we have to insert some beautiful illustrations and I have added all of the links in the notes as before. So let's go to this first illustration. As you can see, we have quite a lot of elements going on here. Once again, let me simplify everything and let me just leave the character and his desk and a little plant. Okay, let's jump back to PowerPoint. Once again, let's go to Insert and let's find our illustration where Jack is sitting at the desk. Let's increase the size of the illustration. Let's convert it to shape. Okay, and let's make sure that we group this plant, this monitor and desk into one group. Okay, let's select all of them and hit Ctrl-G. And let's make sure that Jack stays as a separate group, because later on we'll be adding animations both to Jack and to this desk separately, so that's why it's useful to have them as separate groups. And don't forget to add that beautiful gray color to your illustration. And next we have to change the mood of Jack, because currently he's smiling, and according to the script he should be tired at the end of the day. So let me just ungroup Jack and let's zoom in a little bit. Let me reuse this eyebrow. Let's just hold down Control key to duplicate. Let's flip it around. Okay, we will create some under eye bags. Not sure how do you call them. Tea bags? No, not tea bags, I guess eye bags. So let's just make it thinner and let's just put it here below the eye. And let's duplicate one more and put it here on the left side. Alright. And as well, let's delete this smile and let's just insert a straight line. You can hold down the Shift key to make sure that the line is perfectly straight. And let's make sure that this little mouth line has the same gray color. And as you can see, with a few small changes, we have completely changed the facial expression of our character. And by the way, if you would like to adjust how the nose looks, you can just right-click, choose Edit Points, delete any of the points or adjust any of the remaining points. Alright. So now Jack is looking a little bit more tired and not so happy, but don't worry Jack, I'm sure you will find a solution in our explainer video. Okay, so let's just make sure that Jack is grouped into one group and let's send him to back. Alright, so we have desk, we have Jack, and next we have to insert some additional illustrations that represent the rest of the script. So next we need to find a moon and a clock that represent that Jack is working late. And as well we need a to-do list, so let's just use this illustration. And to save some time, let me just copy these illustrations from my previously created slide and let's paste them right here. And now let's focus on creating this snoring sound. It was created just using PowerPoint, no external illustrations were needed. So first of all, we'll need to insert a text box. So let's just jump to Insert tab and let's select text box, let's double click and let's insert letter Z. Let's change the font to Patrick Hand. That's good. And we can use this little button to increase the size of the font. And let's change the font color to gray. Now let's insert one more letter Z, let's select it. And this time we can use the shortcut Ctrl-Shift, comma or dot to change the font size. That's really useful and convenient. So let's add a few more Z letters and 3 dots at the end, just for fun. Alright, and next we have to create the speech bubble, so let's go to Insert Shapes and let's use the Curve tool. Okay, and now let's just click around these Z letters and create a speech bubble. Don't forget to connect the starting point with the ending point and you'll get a solid shape. Okay, so we have created the speech bubble, but as you can see it's blue, so we'll have to change its look. Let's send it to back. Okay, and as you remember in our getting started lesson, we have picked our theme colors and as well I have inserted this little circle with shadow, so we can just copy the style of this little circle with Ctrl-Shift-C. Let's select our blue shape and let's hit Ctrl-Shift-V to paste the style. And one more thing that we have to do is to add this little outline to our speech bubble. So to do that, let's get back to our slide and let's just duplicate this white speech bubble. You can select the original, hold down the Control key, and this way you can make a quick copy. And for this copy, let's make sure that we remove the fill, and for the outline, let's choose this gray color and let's remove the shadow. But the work is not yet finished. As you can see, if we would put this outline on top of the speech bubble, there is no wide gap. As you can see in the original, there should be a little wide gap. And to achieve this effect, all we have to do is to add a white solid line to this white speech bubble. So let's select it, let's go to Format Shape, let's go to Line, let's add a solid line, let's make sure it's white, and for the width, let's insert 10 points. And now when we center align the outline and this white speech bubble, everything is looking beautiful. And now let's make sure that we select both of the speech bubbles and the text box and let's group everything into one beautiful group. That's awesome. Alright my friends, so in this lesson we have designed a couple of scenes, scene number 1 and scene number 2. And I'm sure that now you know how the whole process works and you will be able to finish the rest of the scenes. Links to all of the illustrations that were used in the remaining scenes are provided in notes of every slide. So feel free to use the same illustrations if you are following the same script, but of course if you are following your own script or your own story, then feel free to use any illustrations that fit to your script. Alright my friends, that was all for this lesson. Make sure that you design your scenes before moving to the next one. And in the next lesson, we'll be bringing your scenes to life. We'll be adding animations. So, I'll see you there.